Howdy, howdy, and welcome back to Gale FFTCG. I am Serah, your host, and today we are looking at my top 4 water cards by rarity. So that is 1 from common, 1 from rare, 1 from heroic, and 1 legend. So let's just kick things off straight away. I'm very excited for what of this set, if you can't already tell by my voice. Right, so to start off with, we have Gordon, who I read it first and was a bit like, meh, it's whatever. But the more I read it, the more I was like, this common is insane. 2 CP backup, it's a prince, so it can be searched by Serah, which immediately should have piqued my interest right away. I don't know why it didn't. When Gordon enters the field, we draw a card and then we discard a card from our hand. But if we pay 1 CP, we can 1 water CP, sorry, we can draw a card. So this can be a draw to discard 1 if we so desire. And that is always really good. On a searchable backup too, early we can start pitching stuff. I think this card is great, especially for mono water if you're going to play. If you're looking for a good Prince backup to play, you don't want to play the Princess Serah because maybe you're running a different light card. I think this is pretty good. 100% would get a playset if I could. So, next up, we have Alphano. Again, another card that is really strong. I thought this one was broken when I first saw it, but it's like the more I read it, the more I just go, this has so many implications. So, forward, 4 CP, a Scion of the 7th Dawn, category 14, which is relevant. When Alphano enters the field, we draw 2 cards and discard 1, kind of seeing a theme here. Damage 5, when Alphano enters the field, choose a forward of cost 4 or less in your break zone other than Alphano and play it onto the field. This is very good. There are so many good forward costs. I could see this, weirdly, I could see this being played in a soiree deck where we can bring back Madame Adele. Could also see some play in twins lists where we want to draw into cards and then be able to maybe recur things later. There's a lot of really interesting implications of this card, and I think regardless of what you play it with, it will just be a good card in general. And that's only a rare. It is definitely a sign of power creep, but I think this card is still really great, and we'll definitely be playing around with it at some point. Up next, in our heroic slot, we have Mog 6. Look at him, he looks so cute. So Mog 6 is a bit of a card that I at first didn't rate either, but I think there's a couple other cards around him that make him a little bit better, and also, like, I wasn't too thrilled by the other heroics. I think this is probably just the best general heroic, and the one you probably want to pick up first, just for what it might do. So, a warrior and a Moogle, category 6, if that is relevant. 4K, when Mog enters the field, you draw a card. So it basically makes back its value, which is very strong. And you can put Mog 6 into the break zone. This turn, your opponent cannot search. So the reason I say this card is kind of okay is because, again, water being able to draw a card is nothing new. Being able to stop your opponent searching is only really good in the first, 3 turns or so. And because of that, it's very difficult to cancel it and then, like, to cancel the search any later than turn 2 or 3, because they'll be playing their searches early. So it's a better early game card than late, unfortunately. The upside is it is only basically 1 CP, so that is kind of okay. 2 CP on turn 1. It is playable off of 5 CP Serah, which we'll talk about in another video, but I think if you wanted a generally good heroic, this one is probably the best one you could get a hold of at the moment anyway, at least in my mind. There is obviously Formelda and Princess Serah, but I think this one will be the most generally relevant, even if it is just a one of. And now in our legend slot, the card I was teasing in my win video, Glaciello Wizette. Glaciello Wizette is the legend I've picked. 3 CP 7K, Valkyrie, FFB, pretty normal stat line, really, for any 3 CP these days. However, its lines of text are very spicy and interesting. So you can pay with crystal instead of S, when paying for special abilities of category FFBE characters you control. So this works with so many cards right now that have been released. I talked about some of my win set, but I'm most excited for Gragas to be able to go, I'm going to pay crystals and reduce power on things. Lots of really cool stuff. When Glaciella was at enters the field, you gain a crystal. It's very strong right out of the gate. And Surefire Burst is a special. This card would, if this card didn't have a special, I'd be kind of underwhelmed, but it does, so that's great. Surefire Burst, special, or in this case, crystal, if she's on the board, which she will be if you're using her special. I don't know why she wouldn't be. Special water and 1. Choose a forward, deal it 2k for each character you control. That's really strong, especially with Gargus. I'm going to keep talking about Gargus over and over and over with this card because I think those two are the strongest things you can do. But being able to just go, okay, there's only 2 forwards on the field, I'm going to reduce 1 by 6k and then deal 4k to it is really strong. Yeah, this card's just great. It's FFBE, so it is searchable, which is always a help. There's a bunch of FFBE this set that really got a ton of support, and I think if you want to pick up any legend this set, it should be Glaciella was at. The number of build-arounds and different types of decks you can send it into, and the kind of just the realms of decks that you can send this into is versatile. If you want any legend this set, even if you're on a budget, this is the legend to get. 100% pick this up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think your favorite cards from this set are going to be in water. Also, let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if there's anything I can do to improve, because that means a whole lot. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Just general things. You know, Big Algorithm is out constantly looking for new content to shoot at people, and the more that these videos are liked and shared and all that good stuff, you can really help this channel out and help it grow. But yeah, have a good day and a good rest of your